Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. Today we are going to start our chapter 3 in unit 2, collection of primary data, census and sampling methods. So the motive of this lesson is to explain the difference between the census and sample methods of collecting data. So we are going to discuss with a simple example today. Before that, we should be familiar with certain definitions, that is population or universe. So population or universe, it can be defined as the whole set of individual objects of some common characteristics about which we are interested in gaining the information. This is the definition of population. First, the other name of population is universe. For example, if we are going to collect the data, the total elements from which we are going to gather the information, so all the elements, it is called, which is going to involve, it is called population or universe, and it is set of individual objects. Each and every element will be having its own characteristics. From that only we are going to gather information. In short, it is set of individual objects whole on the whole with some common characteristics. Now we have decided to collect the data. In that we are going to follow two ways to collect the information. One way is census survey. If we decided to study all the elements, if we are going to involve all the elements present in the population, that method, it is called census survey. When a study is made all the elements in a population, it is called a census survey. And one more survey method, it is called sample survey method. So instead of total population, we are going to select only some elements of the population and we are going to gather information. We are going to collect the data from the selected elements. So those selected elements are called population subset or a sample. The study of this sample is called sample survey. So on the whole, all the elements, it is called population or universe. If we select only certain elements from the group, then it is called sample. The selected elements is called sample. So we have two methods before us. One is census survey method and another one is sample survey method. Now the same thing we are going to understand with a simple example. If we are planning to make a study of home environment of 2000 students of a school, there are two alternative ways of conducting survey. That is, one is census survey method and another one is sample survey method. So one way is to send investigators to contact parents of each of the 2000 students. So in this way, we are going to send the investigators, the person who is going to collect the data, that person will be contacting each and every parents of the 2000 students and collect the required information. This is called census method because all the parents are going to involve in this process. Another way is to select 200 parents and we are going to send investigators, and those investigators will be contacting only those parents. Say 10% of the students, that is 200 students. we have selected. So whatever information or data collected from those 200 students, we are going to apply the same for all the 2000 students. Clear? Now, in short, we have two ways before us. One is we are going to contact all, that is called the census. Another way, we are going to contact only 10%. Here, what is the difference between census and sample? Here we have to contact 2000 students, but here we are going to contact only 200 students. Here on the whole it is called universe, all the elements, and here it is called sample because only selected elements are there. So other name for universe I told you population, and here sample means only few elements we are going to select from the universe, so that is called population subset. On the whole it is called population, the selected elements are called population subset. And here on the whole it is called census survey, and selected elements it is called sample survey. In the census survey method, all elements will be participating. We will be collecting data from all the elements, while in sample survey we will be gathering data only from the selected elements. Now sample survey versus census survey. Now which of these two methods is better? So we have choice before us, isn't it? There is no doubt about it that census survey is more comprehensive when compared to a sample survey, and we will get better results when we survey each and every student, isn't it? But there are a lot of difficulties in that. So many things to be considered before we make a choice. So first thing is time involved in. Second thing is cost involved. Third one is information to be collected. And fourth one is level of accuracy. So these are all the things which we have to consider before selecting the method. Now first one, time involved in. So it takes less time to conduct a sample survey than a census survey. Definitely, if we send an investigator, so lot of time will be spent because they have to go and meet each and every parent in census survey. But in a sample survey, it is enough to contact only 200 parents. So time consumption will be there, and we can draw inferences more quickly. We can get the information data we needed quickly because sample survey it consumes less time, whereas census survey it will take time. So we can draw conclusions more quickly from a sample survey when compared to a census survey. So this is one of the merits of sample survey. Next one, cost involved. So expenditure incurred on conducting a survey, sample survey, is many times less than conducting a census survey. Definitely, if the investigator is going to meet each and every homes of the parents, definitely he has to spend a lot, isn't it, in a census survey? But if he decided to select only particular elements, then he can spend little amount. So amount that we are going to spend will be more in census survey and it will be less in sample survey. So this is also one of the merits of sample survey. Next one, information to be collected. A questionnaire. Already in our previous chapter we discussed a lot about questionnaire, what are the methods of questionnaire and all. So it is a set of questions that we have prepared to conduct a survey. So more information can be collected from a sample survey as compared to a census survey. For example, if we plan 5 questions for a census survey, we can include a more number of questions. So we can get more information from a sample survey as compared to a census survey. So we can get more information through sample survey. Now a level of accuracy. By accuracy we mean accuracy in collecting data as well as in analyzing data. So we whatever data we are going to collect, definitely we will expect some accuracy in that. So accuracy is needed while collecting data as well as analyzing data. So the manpower involved in collecting and analyzing data less in a sample survey than a census survey. For efficiency, it is necessary that manpower is properly trained, so to carry out the job. So the manpower, the investigator whom we are going to send, that person must be trained in a better way. Then only what we get the information required. Then only we can utilize it for various purposes. So it is obvious that in a sample survey, since less manpower is involved, more time and money can be spent on training and supervision. So even though we send investigators, it is necessary that they should be supervised. Then only we can get the accurate information. So they should be trained and supervised properly. So in a census survey, since many times more manpower is needed in a census survey for investigating purposes. So if we train the manpower, those who are going to involve in collection of data, definitely if we train them and supervise them, then there will be no chances for errors to creep in the data. So in a case of a sample survey, we can involve persons, well trained persons, to get accurate data. So the results obtained through a sample survey are likely to be more accurate than in a census survey. Children, we have discussed about 2 ways in which we are going to collect the data. In that we discussed various topics like level of accuracy, information to be collected, cost involved and time involved. I hope you would have understand better the difference between the census survey and sample survey. Thank you, children. Tomorrow we will be discussing about methods of choosing a sample. Thank you.